With joy, we gather together today to celebrate Carol Oliver's 10 years of ministry through the Office of Creative Ministries. Carol spent half of her time with us serving as the coordinator of the Festival of Sharing. There is not time to relate all that she did, but here are some of the highlights as we walk down memory lane. The theme of her first Festival of Sharing was Hunger No More. That was the year of the very first potato drop, when at 6 a.m. the youth unloaded a whole semi full of potatoes in just 45 minutes. It was also the year when the look of the Festival of Sharing changed. The food court moved from the center of the arena to the brand new Matheson Exhibition Center, just opened that year. The theme in 2003 was Gifts of Hope. 60,000 pounds of beans and rice were bagged, which was twice as much as during previous Festival of Sharings. Every Child Remembered was the theme in 2004. Over $80,000 was raised for Heifer International projects in Nepal to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Heifer International. Sharing Hope was the theme in 2005. In response to the Asian tsunami, Carol organized a mid-year kit collection of health and school kits and IMA medicine boxes. 2005 was also the year for Katrina and Rita. In response to the disasters, the Festival of Sharing that year generously raised over $1 million in cash and material goods for the very first time. In 2006, Carol had the joy of planning the grand 25th anniversary celebration of the Festival of Sharing with the theme Fountains of Hope.
We have Mr. Gary Johnson with us this evening, and he is going to provide us with some musical entertainment. You're encouraged to continue to enjoy your food while this happens. Gary wrote the Festival of Sharing song some years ago. How many years ago was that?
25.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Well, that's what Carol Oliver tells me.
Oh, okay.
This was pretty amazing for me. I get this phone call message from Carol Oliver, and she says, "We're looking for the Gary Johnson who played at our festival 25 years ago." I thought, how did that? And she told me I wrote this song, and I couldn't remember it. I said, "Have you got it?" So she said, "Sure, I'll send it to you." So I learned it, and actually it's not a bad song, you know. So I was pretty so many ways of caring at the Festival of Sharing. They bring the work of their hands. They bring blankets and kits and quilts. They bring bushels of corn and rice and money that's used to buy milk. There's help in the gift of a heifer or the practical drag machine. It's all about bread for the world and trying to live out the dream. Let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. There's so many ways of caring at the Festival of Sharing.
And to those whose creativity and vision and passion and commitment in the early days brought us to this point, I give God thanks. But also to those whose work today and into the future, what a glorious project this is, an ongoing project.
It was a wonderful evening of remembering and celebrating. That next year, Audrey switched positions to become the VIM coordinator, leaving the Heifer International position open. Carol became our Office of Creative Ministries Heifer International staff person. Each year, Carol worked with individuals and congregations to line up heifers for projects here in the United States. and each year she selected an international project for the Festival of Sharing to support. In 2008, Carol staged quite a coup in lining up Heifer International's CEO Joe Luck to speak at a gathering of Heifer supporters here in Columbia. That same year, she invited persons who had served in years past as Heifer International cowboys to come and share their stories. Another creative twist was a program called Drum for Heifer. Every year, Carol promoted the Heifer International Gift Arc program and went around the state presenting ARC plaques. An ARC represents a $5,000 donation. On one occasion, Carol presented 9 ARC plaques to the children of Manchester United Methodist Church, who had raised $45,000 for Heifer International. In her 2009 report, Carol writes, "Without a doubt, the most exciting fundraiser this year was a musical production presented in early March called Technicolor Promise. It was performed by 43 4th and 5th graders at Manchester United Methodist Church, directed by Lori Borger." In 2010, Carol encouraged Lloyd Vreeland to proceed with his plans to build a milkable wooden cow for the Festival of Sharing Heifer promotion. The cow was a hit. Also that year, she organized 2 tour groups to visit the Heifer International Ranch and headquarters in Arkansas. Another tour group was organized in 2011 as well. Carol was keen on engaging students. She spoke in classes and helped organize putting together a petting zoo on the campus of William Woods University in Fulton. She recruited several students for various heifer programs. One of the students was Sarah Strohmeyer, who spent a whole year at the Heifer International Ranch in Arkansas as an intern. Carol and Terry worked together on an international heifer tour to Guatemala and later brought Rob Cahill, whom they met there, back to Missouri to speak about Heifer International and creation care. Becoming quite the video personality, Carol wrote scripts for many videos to promote the ministry.
Hello, my name is Carol Oliver, and I'm the Missouri representative for Heifer International.
All in all, she either wrote scripts for or provided materials for over 20 videos and many DVDs. In 2011 alone, 4 videos and a DVD with multiple videos was produced and distributed. One of Carol's dreams was bringing Beatrice of the popular children's book Beatrice's Goat to Missouri. That dream became a reality at the Festival of Sharing in 2009. The Youth Fest attendees listened to her with fixed attention. We recently learned that Beatrice has joined the staff of Heifer International. This is but a very brief mention of some of the highlights of Carol's 10 years of ministry through the Office of Creative Ministries. We cannot say it any better than the concluding paragraph about her retirement in the Missouri Conference newspaper. Through workshops, speaking opportunities, plaque presentations, and inspirational video messages, Carol has motivated both young and old to see beyond themselves and their needs, to care for those for whom material resources are not adequate, and to become stewards of the earth. We celebrate these 10 years of faithful service that have touched the hearts and lives of so many. Carol, we thank you and wish for you God's richest blessings in all that the future holds.